Yo, what's up, YouTube? So we're back. We're gonna start the alternator install. Video's gonna be probably chopped up in different days, just because of time constraints for me. But we're gonna go ahead and get it started right now. 8 mil on your ratchet. Take out negative and positive, and we'll work our way down. All right, battery's out. We got, at least for my tray, 2 8 mils. Battery's back on the tender. So we'll be back when we take out the tray. All right, tray's out. Next, we're gonna go ahead and the tensioner with a 1/2-inch breaker bar down here. Once we hit that down, relieve the belt, take out the belt, and then we're gonna go ahead and tackle the first top bolt up here. I believe it's 16 mil. So we'll be back. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take out the wheel, have better access. For the 2 bottom bolts, it's gonna probably be I think 10 and 11. I'll double check once I get down there, but let's go ahead and take out the wheel. All right, wheels off. So bottom bolt is actually, see there's a 13. The other stubborn one should be, see if you can see my hand. Got right there. Right there. I think it's a 13 too, but I'll double check it now. Let me see. No, it's small. It's probably a 10. But all right, let's go ahead and take these 2 bolts out, and we'll be back. All right, guys, that's the 10 mil bottom bracket. Broke it loose. Now I'm gonna loosen it with my fingers, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, guys, after loosening that bolt, it's still in there, but the alternator freed up easier once the bracket got looser. So let's prise right through. Move your ABS lines. Your power steering lines, my bad. It's about to get out here. I just gotta remove out this 10 mil here, and we're good to go. We'll be right back. All right, guys, alternator's out. So now it's time to take out those 4, which I took 2 already. Forgot to record. But, excuse me. So those 2 took out, and then now this one, and the bracket's gonna break loose. Gotta take it out for this step at least, because I'm doing the KMJ alternator, and then this side over here I need to shave off some material so the alternator won't rub. So if you guys are just doing a simple alternator swap that doesn't need any modification, you could probably skip this step. But for you guys that have the KMJ, or have done the KMJ, you know this step is needed. So be right back. All right, guys, brackets out. At least in my case, it was not fun. These 2 bolts over here were a bit seized, so I hit it with some PV blaster. Let it sit for a bit, and it finally came out. But yeah, they were tall task, at least for me in this case. But on to the next. Clean this up. We're gonna grind out right here. We need to grind out, and then test fit the alternator and see how it goes. All right, guys, just a quick comparison of the sizing. This bad boy's pretty big. Here we have the bracket all mocked up. Just for a quick reference. Let's see, right over here. Just crashes ever so slightly. Just gotta shave down a bit. Have this come down just a little bit more. And I'm gonna hit it with a die grinder and see how it goes. Grinding done. All right, show it here where it meets up, just like the instructions. Pretty spot on. Show the grinding inside. Took more than what I thought, but it's probably because I had a die grinder. Should have gotten a angle grinder. Didn't have one at my disposal, but it worked. All right, so this is a new 3-inch pulley that I gotta put. I have the full set of billet flow on my car, so this is the size I need to get. Your size may vary, but you can look it up online. But according to KMJ, this is what the one he suggested. So now it's swapping out the pulley and then putting back the alternator, mocking it back up, and then I gotta start gauging the big 3-wire kit. So we'll be back for that. All right, ground wire is out. That's it. This one's gonna replace it. The other one's equal length. You know, it's the ground wire is by the black ends. So we're gonna do obviously what we just saw. Frame rail to the engine mount. Just get it in. Ground wire in. There on the bolt. And back there. As you can see, on the engine mount. All right, now to the next one. So the next ground wire, that one's gonna install sandwiched in between this terminal. And then KMJ says put it on this bolt here, so we'll go ahead and move on to that one. All right, done. There it is. And there on the bracket. All right, just this one I gotta see when I put back the battery, make sure it fits. Now I'm gonna have to see for another option. So the last one to do is gonna be the power wires. Those two right there. All right, it's gonna run from the alternator to the under hood fuse panel. So we'll get to that one now. All right, guys, the power wire is installed. I had rerouted it earlier in a different spot, but my phone had died, so I didn't like where I did it, but I rerouted it. I put the shorter end that's down there to the alternator. I seen somewhere that Ken Miley from KMJ liked it better to have the short end come from the alternator up to the fuse block here, and the longer routed to the fuse panel. It's looped over. I don't know with it, but I guess it works. That way I have the straight shot. I wrapped it around with this plastic covering like the factory, and I did it for the ground wire, so I redid it, and also for the ground wire that runs through all the way back there to the ground, to the motor mount. So all I have left is to do is put back the battery tray, belt, greenback this time. This is a bigger one of the two that I have, so this is the one that should fit perfectly. I got one that's a little smaller in case this one's too loose, but let's get that put together. All right, guys, everything is buttoned down. Let's go ahead and do the first start. Alright guys, that was a little loud, but car is rolling good. Good amperage. Had a little bit of smoke, but that was looks like my thermostat housing is taking a shit. It's taking a dump. Yeah, it's leaking a bit, and that's where I was smoking. I have to replace it. Other than that, you see the amps, the volts. I'm sorry. So reading pretty good. 14.2, 13.8, 14. Pretty good. All right.